And as you can see, a lot whiter, a lot brighter. I think it's the white light that does it for me though. It's a good cut off on the light as well. Just look at the difference there. And what I'll do is I'll just do the full beam, which is still halogen. Such a yellow light, you can just tell the difference. So yeah, absolutely fantastic LED upgrade on the Ford Fiesta Mark 8. Perfect. The dark nights have now come early, and also, as you can see, the weather's not too good. And unfortunately, as with every Ford that I've had, the headlights are absolutely atrocious. Halogen headlights that don't light anything up. So in this video, I'm going to be upgrading the halogen dip beam to LED, which is something that I did on the Ranger a few years ago. And all I've done with that is just keep getting brighter and brighter LEDs, and they're fantastic. So dip beam in this video. I'm also going to be upgrading the full beam to LEDs as well from halogen, but I'll do that in another video. It's supposed to be a really easy thing to do, but obviously the first thing we need to do is get under the bonnet to access the headlights. Right, let's just have a look at the headlights with the halogen bulbs in. Right, so that's the side lights on. That's the dip beam, and we'll do the full beam as well just to show what that's like. And that's all with halogen. Right, now I've got to take the full headlight assembly out to actually access the bulbs, and I'll show you why. So we just have a look. We have a look there. So that's the dip beam, and when I replace the full beam, that's that one there. Now I probably could get away with not taking the headlights out for the full beam, in all honesty, but we definitely have to take out because the bulkhead's there. You can see it. And to take it out nice and easy, we've got a plastic clip there that needs to come out. We've got a bolt there that needs to come out. Now that's a T30 torque bit that I need for that. You could use a flathead screwdriver, but I'm not going to do. And then we've got this one over here. So 2 bolts and 1 clip. Right, we'll take the plastic clip out first. And I've never taken one of these out, but looks like the center bit unscrews, if I'm not mistaken. It's absolutely freezing. Right, so that's out there. Right, so we've unscrewed the center bit there, and hopefully this should. Oh, there we go. So that's that out. Now we'll take the 2 bolts off. Right, let's take the first one off. Nice and easy. Pop that there. Take the second one off up here. And again, nice and easy, that's off. I've had to get some gloves on, it's absolutely freezing. Right, so before we take it out, now that we've released all the bolts and everything, if we just have a look down here, you can see that there's an electrical connection there for the light. So we need to undo that, and then we should just be able to lift the lights out. Right, so that's the connector removed that you can see there. All the bolts are removed and the plastic clip. Now there's one extra connection which is underneath somewhere. It's a little clip that plugs in, so it takes a little bit of manoeuvring. So you've got to get that clip out, and it's basically now that should have been a lot easier than it was, but the clip I'm talking about is that one there, and that was in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little space there. Right, anyway, we've got the headlights out now, and if we have a look on the back, that's the dip beam, and that is the full beam. Let's get the dip beam replaced. Right, the bulbs that I'm using are these Oxito H7s. If you've ever used LED bulbs before, you'll know that there's a fan in the back of them to cool them. And on these, I've got these specifically because the fan's very small. So I'm hoping that I don't have to use this extension cap on the back of the lights, this dust cap. But we'll get these open, we'll get them fitted, and we'll see. Now, with regards to the Oxito bulbs, these are pretty much the only ones that I use. I got these off Amazon, but I also buy them direct from Oxito as well. if you get them from Amazon, I'll put the link below. If you want to get them from the Oxito website itself, I've got a discount code, I'll put that below as well. But we'll get these fitted anyway and see. And they're a lot smaller than the previous ones that I've had. Right, so here they are, and as you can see, they are very small. If you've ever fitted LED lights before, like I say, you'll know that they're a lot bigger than these normally because there's a fan housing that's down there. Anyway, if we take these out, I think you'll be able to see that there is actually a small fan in there, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think we'll need to use the extended dust caps anyway, so let's get them fitted. First thing to do, take the cap off. There's the dust cap, comes off nice and easily. There's the connection for the light, and we'll just pull that off. So that's that off, just pop that to one side. And then, if I'm not mistaken, this just turns one way or the other, comes off. Yep, that's just turned. And then the bulb comes out. So there's the bulb, that's what we're going to be replacing. And we're going to use the same plastic housing for this bulb. So we'll take this one out. That just comes out like that. Get the new Oxito LED one, pop that in. Being careful not to touch the LED itself. Right then, so this should be the easy bit. So you can see that it's seated like that. It can't really go in any other way because that knocks against this point here. So all we need to do is pop it in, and again, it's keyed. So this one needs to go over this one. Get it, pop it on, it sits in, and then twist it to lock it. And that's it, it's locked. Get the connector, pop the connector on. Hopefully the polarity is correct, but I'm going to check it first anyway. Get the dust cap, pop that over. I haven't had to use the extended dust cap, so we can just leave that on there like that. As I say, I'm going to reconnect the electrics and test the light before I refit it. So pop the electrics on. Right, that's connected, let's test it. And that's it, lights are on. Hopefully they're working, I'll get out and check. Oh, that's perfect. Just drop the camera down so you can see it. And that is absolutely excellent. And to fit it back in, it's just a reverse of what we did to take it out basically. If you have a look underneath the light, there's these two clips there, they go underneath that. So that goes under there. Clips go under. We've got to get that one. Really shouldn't be this difficult. That's the clip there that it needs to go into. There we go. So basically lift it from the bottom and pull it in at the same time. Right, let's get the bolts and the clip on, then that's that done. Right, just pop the clip in first. And then push that down on top. Get the bolts. I'll take my gloves off for this. Let's get that started. Get that one in. One, two. Right, that's it. Headlight replaced. We just need to do the other one now. Right, that's them both fitted, and now what I'm going to get, instead of pathetic yellow light, I've got bright white light. I've taken some before video, and now I'm going to take some after video, and you'll see that in a minute. The one thing that I'll say is the lights aren't the easiest to put back in. The lighting housing isn't the easiest to put back in, but you can do it. It's worth it for the difference in light. I can't begin to tell you how bad the lights were on this, but I know that they're going to be so much better now. So a big recommendation, definitely upgrade to LED lights. As far as the full beam goes, I've had a look at those. I'm not even going to attempt them. You need a special bracket. As per usual, Ford have done something weird and wonderful. You can't just replace the bulb. You've got to get a bracket. So not going to do that. But the dip beams, absolutely fantastic. The Oxito ones, they're the ones that I use all the time. Get another brand if you want. But as I said, there's a discount code at the bottom, and I got these from Amazon. Perfect. And we'll just have a quick look at them. As I say, what you've got is bright white light as opposed to yellow light. So yeah, just a huge recommendation. And just as another example, this is a tungsten bulb, and if we come up to the LED, you can just see the difference in the colour. All white, all yellow. Right, now here's the low beam halogens on the garage door. I don't think you're getting how yellow they actually are on the camera. Let's do the high beam. And that's the high beam, and again, very yellow and not at all bright. Okay, so that's the LED now on the garage. Let's see it on the road. Right, so here's the comparison. We'll just pull off on the same road. So obviously this is with the LEDs. And as you can see, a lot whiter, a lot brighter. I think it's the white light that does it for me though. It's a good cut off on the light as well. Just look at the difference there. And what I'll do is, I'll just do the full beam, which is still halogen. Such a yellow light. You can just tell the difference. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So there we go, absolutely fantastic. LED upgrade on the Mark 8 Fiesta. A definite recommendation.